Hey guys, and welcome to the next part of Let's Play Super Meat Boy. I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently with the next couple of videos. I'm going to be showing you where the warp zones are in Chapter 1. So it's going to be a little bit more of a walkthrough type video and a little bit less, well, I don't want to say less entertaining, but less meant to be entertaining, more meant to be informative. So here is the first one, located in Chapter 1. There are 3 in the light world and 1 in the dark world. I'll only be showing 2 in the light world because I want to save the warp zone where you get Commander Video for the Commander Video, if that makes sense. Ooh, I got lucky there that I landed between the saw and the wall. Yeah, when I first started, I considered this to be like as hard as the game got. I died, I don't know, probably upwards of 20 times, which is actually not a lot, but upwards of 20 times on that second level just trying to get it to work. And then when I eventually saw this level, that's kind of the moment when I realized that this game wasn't really messing around. I mean, this game was taking no prisoners. And, of course, the humor now, or at least the hilarity in it now, is that these levels are actually really easy. Not even as hard as some of the Dark World levels in Chapter 1. So 112 is where you get the Commander, but we're gonna skip over that warp zone and go to 119 Intermission. Yeah, so this one is one that is actually easy to miss if you're just kind of rolling through the level as fast as possible. Just treat it like normal now, but then you've got to do a little wall jump here, come up under that, and there's your warp zone. Not as discreet as some of the warp zones get later in the game, but I know that was not one that I caught on my first run through the game. And this is one of the ones that is kind of designed to look like a Game Boy game. And I think they did a really good job with the art style on this. Spent a lot of time playing the original Game Boy when I was a young kid, and this pretty much captures it perfectly. This level is neat because you have to race against those saws which are dissolving those platforms. Not really that hard, especially if you unlock this level a little later in the game once you've been used to you know, how to wall jump to increase your speed, but at the start it really gives you a sense of urgency. And here's another one where if you got this on your first run through the game, you're probably crapping your pants at this point thinking, well, and of course as I'm about to mock the difficulty, I get killed by a saw. That's a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake, what can I say? So just take it slow through here. Jump between the saws and then book it. Alright, so those are the Light World warp zones. Now we'll move on to the Dark World warp zone. And I believe that there's 4 warp zones per level, or per chapter I should say. So this is gonna continue, this trend. So we're at 113X, Tommy's Condo. This is another warp zone that is actually pretty easy to find on your first run through the game because it's right out in the open. Most of them are not like this. Even as early as Chapter 2, they hide some in some pretty obscure locations that will take you forever to find, and actually a lot of exploring unless you use some kind of outside resource. Oh, I remember this one now. Yeah, and it's my favorite, these one platform or one block wide jumping puzzles. Let's see if I can reverse the trend of me being absolutely abysmal at these. Oh, well, maybe not. The good thing about warp zones, and the thing that actually cranks up their difficulty to the point where it's appropriate for the game, is that you do only get 3 lives for each level. After a while, this isn't that much of an obstacle because you can just kind of breeze through it anyway, depending on your progress in the game, but when you first start out, it's pretty intense. Alright, so hopefully if you missed some of the warp zones on Chapter 1, this video was helpful to you. I'll see you guys in a little bit with the next part. Thanks.